Welcome back, Love Drip family, and welcome into the new year. I am once again your humble host of the Love Drip podcast, Professor Drip, and the author of Love Drip, Mastery of Love. So we've come further than most of you have probably expected, than most of you have probably anticipated. And as we go into this new year, it's really time to lace up our shoes and get on this Love Drip journey. And the best way to start is to understand that as we make this climb into love, that the highest achievement of love is to love with no fear. The highest achievement in love is to love with no fear. And my question to you, Love Drip family, is what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of commitment? Are you afraid of giving benevolent concern for the greater good of a cause or a relationship or a purpose and maybe being misunderstood or judged? Are you afraid of what you're vulnerable to? Are you afraid of a failure? Are you afraid of missing the mark when it comes to love? Are you afraid of losing? Are you afraid of winning and then being responsible for the bar that you set perpetually into the future of a relationship? What are you afraid of? Well, I come to tell you today that the highest achievement in love is to love with no fear. The highest achievement in love is to love with no fear, to climb the heights, the noble climb of love to the highest place, where the highest place of love is a choice, and a choice to choose despite how you may feel for the greater good of that which you apply love to. That is practical love. So what are you afraid of when it comes to love? And it's interesting when we talk about love and hate are reasonably opposite of each other. I think that's a reasonable conclusion. But when we talk about love and fear are actually very antithetical. There is no way that you can love in its highest capacity and be afraid. There's no way you can give benevolent, unselfish concern towards someone as a choice or something as a choice for the greater good of that in which you give that love to and be afraid to do it. There is no way you can be afraid and allow love to approach you in a figurative way. There's no way that you can still be unresolved in your vulnerabilities, unresolved in if you're going to give commitment to something or not, unresolved in what your purpose is going to be with respect to something that you want to climb, right? And allow love to enter into your space. There's no way you can be afraid. And there's no way you can be afraid and encounter the highest capacity of love. There's no way that you can give the highest capacity of love and be fearful doing it. It is impossible. So now we have to focus our minds, Love Drip family, on the highest, noblest climb. The highest achievement when it comes to love is to love with no fear. Wow. Who is this free? Who is this free to give a unselfish, unmitigated, unrelenting level of choice, unrelenting level of concern by choice for the greater good, despite the vulnerabilities that they may face, despite the criticism, despite the judgment, despite possibly being misused or misunderstood? Who is this free? The mastery of love would suggest that where the product of this love is dependent only on the choice to love beyond the fear of the result, the fear of the outcome. The product of this choice is only a product of noble rank when it comes to love. Maybe this is why love is more like chess than it is checkers. Maybe this is why the noblest have said to let love with the solemn rain drip heavy its noble ideal. Welcome to all, yet understood by few, that love never drips too hard. Make sure you hop down in the link below and like, share, and subscribe if you like this content to the Love Drip channel, the one and only channel where we talk about love from a man's point of view. And not only a man's point of view, but the modern reality, the modern experience, the idea, the notion of love in millennial context. The highest achievement of love is to love with no fear. What are you afraid of? And I'm going to tell you, Love Drip family, as we go into this new year, put away the fear, because it's time to reach love at its highest capacity. And don't be scared. We may get a little wet, because love never drips too hard. Till next time. Peace.